Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it was sent to me by one of our dear sister. The message reads like this. Hello, Brother Nash, how are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? I want to confess to you that I am a witch. So this is how I ended up becoming a witch. It was because of my mother-in-law. When I started staying with my mother-in-law, like she hated me a lot. I can say for about a week until I agreed. I think that it was more than a week. Because the first week when I stayed at my husband's family's house with his parents, I had been pretending all along that I was pregnant, and I had managed to convince my husband, I had managed to convince his father and his sisters. So what happened was that I was in college at that time, and I was in love with my boyfriend, who is now my husband. So he had been cheating on me with another girl. So this girl was going to a different school. When I got to find out about this relationship, I was really heartbroken. So on the day when I found out that he was cheating, I was the one who was holding his father's phone, because back in those days, like, there were those old mobile phones that were very big. So his father used to give him that phone. So his girlfriend had sent him a message, and when I found the message, I just decided to keep quiet, because the conversation, it was like he wanted this girl to fall pregnant, and he was going to choose her if she was going to fall pregnant for him in time before I would have fallen pregnant, because he had tried, he said, to make me to fall pregnant, and he had been failing. So I did not show it to him that I had found out that he was cheating on me. I then planned with my friend, and then my friend was like, the best way for you to get married to this man, if you love him, you need to act as if you are pregnant, because if that girl, if she falls pregnant first, then you are going to lose out. He is going to choose her. There is no two ways about it. So this message, it was a conversation about them, and then the guy was like, if you want to become my wife, then please fall pregnant for me. And the girl was like, please promise me that by the time that I would have fallen pregnant for you, then you are not going to dump me for your old girlfriend. So all along, me and my friend, this was what we were doing, since we were like really naughty. And back in those days, we did not even know that there was something that was called morning after pills. So after sleeping with him, I would drink some charms, and then my friend was the one who used to give me these charms. The charm is very powerful. Like, if you drink it, even if they say that you are ovulating, even if you have sex with maybe 100 guys at the same time, none of them will ever impregnate you, because the charm is very strong. So I used to take that powdered charm with me whenever he would say, come to my place. When his parents were not at home, I used to go and sleep at his house. Then I would have the powdered charm in my small handbag. And even sometimes when he would have forced me to spend the whole weekend at his house trying to impregnate me, I used to keep that charm, and then I will tell him that I wanted him to bring me some water. He will get out of his spare bedroom and leave me behind. When he will bring me some water, I will check, and when I would see that he won't be looking at me, that is when I will take the charms and I will mix it with the water, and then I will drink. So this was like to prevent myself from falling pregnant. I was not taking any family planning medication, and we were having unprotected sex, and we didn't even know that there was something that was called a morning after pill. Anyway, I could have never managed to afford to buy those morning after pills. So I knew that if this girl was going to fall pregnant, but at that time when she fell pregnant, I hurt her so bad, because I was already a witch at that time. So I lied to my husband that I was pregnant, and this woman, when she fell pregnant, I then stole her unborn baby. So that is one of my other tokologies. You should see it. It is really scary. So when my husband took me in, he was very happy. Each and every time when he would see me vomiting, then he would start to smile, because this is what I used to do each and every morning when I would wake up. Then I would wait until everyone would have woken up. Then I would rush outside to vomit. And that is how I managed to convince everyone, until one day when my mother-in-law, she followed me and she said that she knew that I was pretending that I was pregnant, but I was not pregnant at all. Brother Nashi, I was really shocked as to how she had known that I was not pregnant. And besides, I had a very strange dream the very first night when I had arrived at her house. In this dream, she came and she told me that she wanted to accept me. So when we walked into her yard, I then found out that the house was gone and there were a lot of graves, and she said that I was supposed to read the names that were written on the tombstones. When I think of it, those names that were written on those tombstones, those are the names again of the people that me and my mother-in-law and some of the other witches that we go around with, those are the people that we killed and we ate. It was a very weird dream. Then there was this other day when she told me that she wanted to go with me to the pastor's house because she wanted the pastor's wife to pray for me. Little did I know that even the pastor's wife was also a witch. So this pastor's wife, she then had a hand inside my t-shirt holding my tummy as she was praying for me. So I had lifted up my t-shirt as she was praying for me. At first I had my eyes closed up. Then when I opened my eyes, I then saw that her hand had become the hand of a baboon when she was busy praying for me. Brother Nashi, that was when the pastor's wife got up from where she was. Then she went into her bedroom. When she went into her bedroom, Brother Nashi, that was when she came back with a small plate, and inside that small plate, I saw that there was some meat that was in there, and this meat, Brother Nashi, it was like really nice. It was like beef that I had never tasted before. So when I was eating the meat, that was when I was told that this was human meat that I was eating. I wanted to vomit, but I was then given some charms, and after I had been given some charms, Brother Nashi, I felt really sick. Then my mother-in-law told me that she liked me because of what I had done. I had made sure that her son was going to marry me, and I had used every dirty trick in the book, and that is why she liked me. She told me that later on in the evening, she was going to come to my room, and she came and she collected me, and then they told me that I was going to be initiated as a witch, but there was a process that I needed to complete first. There was some unfinished business, so I went. They were the ones that helped me. So they trained me how to bewitch people using that other girl who was dating my husband. So when they were giving me some charms, I would go and I will be taught on how to use those charms on her when she will be fast asleep. So Brother Nashi, that girl that was dating my husband, when she fell pregnant, I then stole her baby from her womb. Even right now, if you were to see my tokology, you'll be so scared, because this is like an undeveloped, because that tokology, it is not a fully developed baby. So you can just imagine how scary it looks. So that is one of the tokologies that were given to me. I was initiated to be a witch. So this is how I was initiated to become a witch by my mother-in-law. When I fell pregnant, they told me that the queen mother wanted the blood of my unborn baby. So I went to the hospital, and after I had delivered my baby, that was when the baby was taken away from me. All the witches were with me in that labor ward, but the nurses and other patients did not see anything. So I was initiated. I was given a snake. So this snake is the one that I use to fly from point A to point B. I was given a monitor lizard. That is what I use mainly when I am bewitching people. And I was given 2 dogs. Don't you know that there are some spiritual beings, good spiritual beings? Some of you, they call them angels, those ones that go around fighting against evil. So these 2 dogs that were given to me, one is always supposed to be at my side at all the times. One is very fierce. It is a fierce dog, a spiritual dog that protects me from other spirits, and I use the snake to fly around. So this is how I was initiated into witchcraft, Brother Nashi. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. She is saying that this is how I was initiated into witchcraft. Yo.